Welcome to IGTV. This is your special look ahead to Wednesday, the 7th of February. And what a busy session it'll be. We've got economic data and also earnings in the mix as well. Let's start off with the econ data. Germany out with industrial production numbers. Expectations for December, negative 0.4% month on month. And further along the line, we've also got numbers out of the UK. Now, this is key for the UK because it's the Halifax House Price Index. As you know, the UK housing market has been in the doldrums along with the UK house builders as well. But we are seeing chinks of light come through. January forecast for that data point, 0.2% month on month, 1.9% year on year. It'll be interesting to see what the house builders do as well. We'll get to that in a moment. But before that, we've also got trade balance numbers out of the US and the EIA crude oil inventories. With those two data points, it's important to note that the Fed has been dialing back, and Jerome Powell indeed has pushed back on market expectations of an imminent rate cut. So there's been a lot of recalibration going on. This, of course, affects oil prices as well, and that feeds into the oil inventory data and vice versa, because, of course, oil is priced in dollars. And then later on, as I promised, we have Barratt developments out with the first half numbers. Just showing you the chart here for Barratt, just to show you how choppy it has been. But it's not just Barratt that has seen this trend. Showing you the daily chart here. That's the hourly. Let's just give you the daily chart. There you have it. We saw this big sort of move up, but really that was pretty much following, underpinned by the broader markets. But as you can see here, after December, really, we're starting to see this start to fall slightly lower towards the 520 level. In fact, 510 or thereabouts seems to be the resistance and the bottom at the moment. We see a breakout past that, then perhaps we could tip lower towards that blue line, which is the 100-day moving average. What is key, though, is what happens with policy. Everything in the UK housing market is not just tied to the economy, but also the policy. And there's talk that there might be some easing policy coming through by the government of the day to try and boost the housing sector. Britain's home builders are also on the radar because the earnings that they give us could give us an indication whether or not the drop in gilt yields late last year meant that it was enough of a fall in mortgage rates to grease the wheels of the economy. So watch out for Barratt, but also Redrow, Bellway, and Persimmon and Taylor Wimpey as well. Moving swiftly on, we've also got Total Energies out with full year numbers. Carlsberg too, this is the beer maker, the brewer. Deutsche Börse also out with full year numbers. But the real action comes out of the United States, where we'll have Walt Disney out with its first quarter numbers. Pay special attention to what it says about AI and also augmented reality, otherwise known as AR for Disney. Lots of things in the pipeline that are based on AR, including its Magic Bench. If you haven't seen it, it's about how they're using technology, Disney's using technology to create an interface between humans and the metaverse without having the need for any headsets. Disney, of course, also in focus because of its boardroom issues. And currently the race to win the hearts and votes of Walt Disney shareholders is on. The $177 billion entertainment company launched its campaign, just showing you the chart here, because Walt Disney is all sessions, launched its campaign just this Monday to persuade investors to vote for its slate of 12 directors at its annual meeting slated for April the 3rd. And we've got Uber Technologies out with fourth quarter earnings. Uber Technologies, all sessions, of course, and Uber has been traipsing higher after hitting this point here, the 4140 mark around the middle of October. Has progressively climbed higher, achieving a bottom there. And if it has another bottom and continues on its leg up, that's a strong momentum indicator. As you can see here, we're watching that green line closely for you. And any signs of another bottom, but then reversing once it touches close to that green line, suggests there's a lot of upward momentum. Uber, watch out for what it says about its pay to its drivers, because recently Uber and Lyft, I believe, have been talking about paying their drivers on a weekly basis or on a different time frame to try and entice more drivers to the market. And PayPal is also out with fourth quarter earnings. This will give us a good bird's eye view into how other sectors are performing, especially in a time when the US economy is showing signs that it continues to be robust and resilient, even in spite of all those rate hikes that we've seen recently. And that's your look ahead to the coming session. If you want more analysis, do join me on @IGCom or @Angeline Ong on Twitter. This is IGTV.